Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Soundcore Boom Go 3i. Now, you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one is $60. All right, so let's get right into it. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
White Shoes?
I love
Calm down. Okay, Soundcore Boom Go 3i. Now, this is a special request video. I'm back outside, working out in the middle of the night, trying to get my physical fitness journey started. And my two go-to speakers have been the Tri-Bit and the JBL. Now, everybody been asking me to check out the Soundcore, so here we go. Soundcore Boom Go 3i. $60. Now, this comes in 4 different colors. You got black, beige, blue, and pink. All right, so let's go through some of the features. You got 15 watts of power. Okay, you got an emergency built-in power bank. Multi-speaker connection using Auracast. 24-hour playtime. You got a dual strap mode. Okay, so you can use this for your bike. And it's IP68 dust and water resistant. Now, you got an app that's available for Android and iOS that lets you customize all of your settings. All right, here we go. Soundcore Boom Go 3i. Grab a little unboxing knife. Here we go. Wrap. Okay, 15 watts of power on this one. This is going to be a speaker. Okay, real nice. And you get the charging cable. All right, JBL. The charging cable in the box. And that's pretty much it. Of course, you got your usual books and shit. Plug them and follow them. All right, Soundcore Boom Go 3i. Now, just for size comparison, it's right around the same size as the Tri-Bit. Now, I will say this. The Tri-Bit, to me, is probably going to be the winner because this speaker right here has a speakerphone. A lot of these other little portable speakers, no built-in speakerphone. Now, for me, that's pretty important. But here's a size comparison, JBL, Tri-Bit, and Soundcore. All right, so let's check out the actual speaker. Now, it does have the built-in strap. Okay, so this is going to be clutch outside in the park. Strap this right onto the bars right here while I'm doing my pull-ups. USB Type-C charging, and you can also use this as a power bank. Speaker grill on the top. Big juicy buttons, okay, play and pause, skip and reverse tracks, volume up and down. Look at this, you got an actual LED display. So this is gonna be your power button, Bluetooth pairing, multifunctional button, and Auracast. Now, quick side note, even though it has Auracast, you can't use Auracast to pair it up to a JBL speaker. Okay, you can't do it. This is Auracast for when you go to the airport and they got the Auracast stations. You can pair it up like that. But you can't pair it up to a JBL speaker. Trust me, I already tried. All right, let's hit the power button. Okay, it shows you your battery percentage. And check this out. You got RGB lights. Now, y'all seen the lights on the JBL? It just has these 2 lights that don't change colors. Now you got actual RGB lights. How dope is that? All right, so let's pair this up and start our usual testing. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, for the pairing process, real simple. Once you power up the speaker, then talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, for the pairing process, real simple. Once you power up the speaker, it'll automatically be in Bluetooth pair mode. Go to your phone's Bluetooth menu and select the Boom Go 3i. Then the next thing you want to do is download the Soundcore app. Now, out of all 3 of the speakers that I just showed y'all, this has the most functions using the app. First of all, y'all see the RGB lights? How dope is that? Now, look at this. You can actually switch the lights colors, which I'll play with in a minute. I'll show y'all some of the different ones. But let's take a look at the actual app. Now, you got your volume control right there. You got bass up 2.0, add that extra bass. You got eco mode. That's going to give you extra battery life. It'll turn down some of the treble in the bass, but it'll extend your battery. You got EQs, presets. So you got Soundcore Signature. You got treble boost, voice, balanced, and of course, custom. Now, this is the one I've been using right here. This one is insane. Okay, custom, but we'll start off with presets, Soundcore Signature. Now, here's the best part about this app. You got a voice amplifier. Watch this. Now, I'm gonna turn this up. All right, my bad. I was getting a phone call, but let's try the voice amplifier. Now we're gonna scare Shoes. Shoes!
Shoes!
White Shoes!
White Shoes!
How dope is
How
this?
dope is this?
Now say I'm outside in the park. I can be like, help. Yo, where y'all at? Help. Voice amplifier. That is pretty dope, and you can loop it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now you got sound effects. Check this out. Now the sound effects suite on this is crazy. So you got city stroll. All right, different sound effects. The coastal flow. All right, that's it. You got cabin morning. Just dope ambient sounds. And trust me, I was playing around with this off camera. I love these. Forest path. Imagine you got this in your hotel room and you just want to chill. Throwing some ocean chimes. Okay. You got the campfire. Now that sounds like somebody pouring a glass of Chardonnay. But you hear the fire in the background? You know, that's kind of cool. You got Summer Dream, Thunderstorms. Now, this is my favorite one. When you want to go to sleep, throw this on in the background. You can even put this at a low volume, and you can concentrate when you're doing your work. I love this. I absolutely love this one. All right, so those, and check this out. Now you got all of these white noise ones. Let's go to animal. Let's go to animals. All right, so.
Trade silver, long and short. Get the Trading 212 app now.
Maybe an amazing camera is one that shows you how to take an amazing photo.
All right, so. Look at that. And you can have up to 3 at one time. So I put this one on. Oh my God, hold up. Yo, hold on. This is my absolute favorite sound on this planet, a purring cat. Oh my God, this is putting me to sleep right now. Look at this. Anybody who has a cat, y'all know that sound. That sound is magical. But you got all the different animal sounds. Nature. All right, let's try some of the nature sounds. The rain. Oh, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. Some nice water right there. Let's try the waves. The waves. Campfire. Now, if you want to, like I said, you could go crazy. I can have campfire and the cat purring at the same time. So a purring fire and a purring fire, a campfire and purring at the same time. Bro, that is crazy. And I like how they broke it up to categories. So you got animal, life, nature, melody. If you just want some chimes, you know, melody, you got the bells. You know, some of these I'll never use, but the animal ones, the purring cat. I love it. I love it. So you got all of the different white noises. Now check this out. You got emergency alarms. We'll do a siren. And it gets super loud. Emergency whistle. Now, you can also set the duration. So say I'm having a little emergency. I can put on emergency alert. I can put this for 5 minutes. That's pretty dope. But the siren though, all right? So you outside in the middle of the night. Throw this on. Look how loud that is. That is crazy. Okay, so I'm feeling that. You got Auracast, so you can pair up multiple speakers. Again, it won't work with JBL Auracast, but you do have Auracast for 2 different speakers from Soundcore. You got your controls, so this is going to be for your multifunctional button right here. Okay, so single press, you can have it switch sound modes, double press, switch the lighting effects, hold for 2 seconds to turn the lights on and off. Okay, you got to find device. Now let me click on that real quick. If you lose the speaker outside somewhere, find my device. Bro, all right, this is dope. This is dope. Okay, now let me show you the lights real quick. Watch this. You got a bunch of different lighting controls. Let's go over to, let me find the lighting controls. Check this out. Now you can turn the intensity of the lights up or down. So I'm gonna leave it on maximum lightage. Okay, you got a workout timer. So say I put this on for 1 minute. As I'm working out, you see the lights will slowly drop. So if I'm working out in the park and I'm playing my music and I look over, I know exactly how long I've been working out for. Okay, and I can stop that. Now for the lights, again, you can turn them on and off. Okay, now you got beat sync lights. All right, so these will go with the beat. So we got the romantic stroll, and it's full RGB, so you're getting all of the colors. You got the surge. You got neon lights. Now this is the one I like to use outside. Neon lights, and it goes with the beat. You got spring break. It's kind of festive and zesty, you know, I like that. Campfire vibes. You play that campfire sound, and you got two of these. Kind of looking like the fire right there. That's dope. That's my favorite one, actually. Euphoric dance. That's pretty epic. And then you got ambient lights. So you could do the campfire glow. Okay, just ambient lighting. You got the forest whisper. You see it's kind of green. Let's see, you got night guard. You see now when you're riding your bike in the middle of the night, throw this one on. Okay, and for visibility. You got laid back. You see how these kind of just fade in and out? You got a color loop. So this should just cycle through all of the RGB colors. You got energy. Look how much stuff you can do with this app. Yo, $60 on this speaker. Let's see, you got Starry Sky. This is a nice one too. Nice and colorful, nice and vibrant. I'll take it outside at night so you can see what it looks like. And you got your Trail Echo. Look at that. But my favorite one is the Campfire Vibes. I love this. And this one is beat synced, so it's going to go with the music. So the app is very thorough, and out of all three speakers I showed y'all, this has the most functionality using the app. All right, so now let's do a little sound test. Now I'm going to start off at maximum volume with the EQ set to Soundcore Signature and my favorite light pattern on. Here we go.
If you like playing games on your phone, then download Tester Up. It's totally free. Give it a try.
Now, this speaker sounds so good. Let's try another song. All right, so now let's try the Bass Up 2.0. So I'm going to play another song, and then we're going to add some bass. Here we go. Now, I will say this. The bass up added a little bit more bass, but nothing crazy. But it does sound good. All right, now let's check out the multifunctional buttons. If you just tap on the power button, it's going to give you your battery percentage. Now, of course, you got Bluetooth pairing. Now, this is going to be your menu button. You see, I just turned on bass off. I'll put it in eco mode. That'll save some battery life. And there's bass up. Now, if I double tap, watch this. I can switch all of the different lighting modes on the fly with a double tap. So if I'm outside and I got my phone in my pocket or my phone is in the car, look at this. Just like that. Change all the lights on the fly. Because a lot of times when I go to the park, I'll ride a bike and I have my phone in my backpack. This way I can control my music without taking the phone out. So let's try that. That's your play and pause. Okay, let's go to the next song. Go to the previous track. Okay, volume down and volume up. Everything works. Now you also got a built-in power bank, so let's try that out. So we're gonna plug in a USB Type-C cable. Let's grab an iPhone, plug this in, and there it is, charging right up. All right, so let's try to pair two speakers together using Auracast. So we're gonna press the Auracast button on the first speaker, press it on the second speaker. And there it is. Just like that. So let's see how it sounds.
Yo, I got a question for you. Yeah. How many times you knew I was checking for you? How many? Put it on the line, grab the weapon for you. For real. I was front line, I was repping for you. Trapper, came by myself, I was stepping for you. Trapper, turned the L to a lesson for you. Cash, turned one night to a blessing for you. You didn't think I'd do something special for you, but I wouldn't do nothing special unless it's for you. And that's the thing about it. And I can't sleep at night when I think about it. These niggas think they got it, but I really got it. These niggas think they profit, but I really profit. I done left the town, got it really poppin'. These niggas window shot when I'm really copping. I'm from the city where niggas be milli rockin'. I might pull up in 650s with silly options, but what's the mathematics? You still stick around if I ain't have cabbage? Would you come to my shows if I rapped average? Except on my flaws and my bad habits. Heal all my wounds from the backstabbers. And never be someone who would backstab me. Never. Ready for that ride in the black caddy. My son wants son, tell him ask daddy. He'll be mad happy. But I'm just trying to chill and twist the line. catch stunts on my 745. You drive me crazy, shorty. Just wanna see you feel real. But if I post this little bitch on my close friends, you ask about it and I act like I got no sense. Spend on me, or would you spend for me? How deep is our love if that's what it takes for you to creep in the club? The shit beneath me, that's the reach from above. The old me would've reached for the glove. I'm just playing, yo, you know what I'm saying. But oh no, when it's over, I just hope that you stand. Because girl, easy to love me now. You'll leave you crazy. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me?
Had to let that beat ride out. These are so dope. Now, one thing I noticed, if you change the lights using the app and you got them paired together, it's only gonna change on one. So you see I had to manually change the lights on the other one, but you could get them to sync up. You're just gonna have to use one manually. But they paired up together instantly using Oricast, and they sound terrific. And when y'all see me going like this, basically I'm putting one speaker behind the camera and one speaker in front of the camera. So you can hear both of them are actually playing. So these sound terrific. All right, so I'm getting ready to go outside of the park and do my little outdoor workout. So let's try some outdoor testing. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like when it's attached to your bike. And again, I love the RGB lights. It gives you more visibility at nighttime. So now I'm gonna take a ride to the park to do my little workout. So let's hit the music.
Trade gold. Long and short. Get the Trading 212 app now.
Before I became a dad, I realized
And ride out. How dope is this? All right, so I just got to the park and I'm getting ready to do my pull-ups. And I love how you can clip this speaker anywhere you want. And we got the nice RGB lights and they look so much better at nighttime. Look how cool that is. All right, so let's get some music and start the workout. Look at that. All right, let's get to the pull-ups. All right, so now we're gonna do some elevated push-ups. And one of the things I like about this speaker, it gets loud, but not too loud that it's gonna disturb anybody else in the neighborhood. Here we go, let's get to the music. Y'all see I got the whole park to myself. Here we go, let's get to the music. Y'all see I got the whole park to myself. All right, let's get to work. And I love how you can clip this speaker anywhere you want. And we got the nice RGB lights and they look so much better at nighttime. Look how cool that is. All right, so let's get some music and start the workout. Look at that. All right, let's get to the pull-ups. Look at that. All right, let's get to the pull-ups. All right, so now we're gonna do some elevated push-ups. And one of the things I like about this speaker, it gets loud, but not too loud that it's gonna disturb anybody else in the neighborhood. Here we go, let's get to the music. Y'all see I got the whole park to myself. All right, let's get to work. Now, let's check the durability. Let's do a little drop test. Okay, that's one. We'll do 3 quick drop tests. Okay, that's 2. And we'll do 1 more. That's 3. And let's take it over to the harder surface. Okay. There it is. So far, looks like no damage. Let's try the music. Everything works. Excellent drop test protection. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. Hashtag salute. Oh yeah, one more thing, I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, alright? Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock, when to beam up.
Enterprise out.
Energize.
We're in a situation where everybody in the world uses technology. And if you're gonna buy some of that technology, you gotta understand certain things. Subscribe to Flossy Carter. He does reviews of all the latest technology. The iPhones, the iPads, the Galaxies, the Samsungs, whatever the fuck. The Beats by that doctor guy. And he puts his kitty cat in the videos too for you something to look at. You know, I'm an animal lover, so I like that shit. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to Flossy Carter on the YouTube, the follow button on the Instaface, and the like button on the Facelook. Because if you don't, we're gonna have a fucking problem here. A bad one. Now hit the fucking subscribe button.